Hello everyone, welcome to Fantastic Spa. It is round number 14 of the World Championship here in ALR Gold, Silver, Bronze, goodness me, in Bronze, and yes, indeed, the best racetrack in the world. And unfortunately, I think it's the last time we're going to visit it on the F1 2022 game, but hopefully for Season 9 we'll be back here once again. I love it, a fantastic circuit is indeed that. Not sure who Mackenzie Miller is, but he's struggling to get an invite in at the moment. I'm just trying to work out who he is. Hello, and welcome to Spa. Right, before we get into anything, we've got a couple of debutantes tonight as well, but we've got to talk about the championships first from all three divisions, all four, I should say. Let's start off with gold, shall we? Of course, Troy now leads the World Championship in gold. Fantastic for Troy, with Boxtel having a difficult time on Sunday. Percy also in third position as well, so still status quo is that then. McLaren have dropped off the pace of the constructors now, with AlphaTauri starting to pull away again with 52 points there, unfortunately there. And also hats off to Chapper, who got his first points of his career at ALR. Fantastic stuff indeed. German makes his way up in the fourth position there. Good stuff indeed there for German, and getting his 18th career podium in ALR Gold. In the joint constructors, AlphaTauri has extended their lead to 376 points over the Aston Martin team now, and they in turn have extended their lead over Alpine in third position. Alpine are the team that do really well in this division, though, don't they? We have got McLaren in fourth position. They're 86 points back. They have really been on a song as of late, and they've actually displaced the Haas team, who have dropped down into fifth in the last couple of weeks. Last couple of days, I should say. Ferrari in sixth position now. Mercedes are in no man's land, currently 97 points. They're 97 points behind the Ferrari team, but they are not in no man's land because Red Bull are only 9 points away. Williams are 77 points behind the Red Bull, and Romeo completes the top 10 of the constructors. Hopefully, the constructors will have 11 or 12 teams in the not too distant future. Maybe not an ALR next season or the season after, but hopefully they will in 2024. Well, hopefully we will in 2024 as well. Then, but of course, that's my biggest wish for Formula 1 is to get more teams on the grid. What's done with Dan's biggest wish? Maybe to become the ALR 5th champion in bronze history. He leads the championship by 65 points from Jinner in second position. FCO has made his way with the third position. Bob, who's no longer with us, he's missing in action. As he left without even saying goodbye, which is a bit rude of him, isn't it? But so it's New Potato currently in fifth position, with Serious Mushroom in sixth, Morrissey 7th, 6th month 8, TK in ninth position, and Hungry Stars having a fantastic year so far in 10th position. Great stuff indeed. In the Constructors' Championship, it is Alpine leading 74 points in front of the Ferrari team in second position. There's 74 points between those two constructors at the moment. AlphaTauri in third then. Fourth position is the Alfa Romeo team. Haas in fifth. Red Bull in sixth. Mercedes 7th. Williams in 8th, Aston Martin 9th, and McLaren currently in 10th position. We've got Williams, we've got Mercedes off, sick as muck. He was beached there, so he had to reset to track there, sick as muck did. Otherwise, he would have been disqualified. That's the only downside about these ground effect cars, is you can beach them quite easily, can't you? Unfortunately, goodness me, I've got to turn my TV down because it's just blown my head off. Goodness me, not a good then. D Magnet returning back to ALR. Of course, he was in silver, he has been a torrid time in silver, but let's see what he can do in gold. In bronze, as of course he will be taking this Mercedes seat. Hopefully, we'll be taking this Mercedes seat at the end of this race. We hope so. Also, a quick shout out to Echo, who is, I think, about to start his lap. He is indeed then. This is Echo's 51st Grand Prix start. Not his 50th Grand Prix start last time out in Hungary. Shame on me for not saying that. That's in all of ALR's competitions, not just bronze. Of course, this is 23rd start in ALR bronze at the moment. And of course, I think Vintage is the most experienced driver on the field at the moment of 38 starts tonight. Of course, he has got 11 more to go, though. But if he completes every single race, maybe if he starts bronze next season, he will be joint the highest starter in bronze history with 49. Then of course those two drivers are Ayrton then on 49 starts, and Camera Racer also on 49 as well. I don't think Camera Racer will be driving for bronze next season. I'd love to see Ayrton back in the cockpit next season in bronze then, but it does remain to be seen, doesn't it? As we've got an issue with another car who's not taking part in qualifying at the moment. We're going to run on board with Gentlemen. Let me get on to the comments, shall we? Because I have been shamefully ignoring you all. I would, but I've just closed YouTube, which isn't very good, is it? As we have got Ariel, hello, I should say hello to you, my good sir. Kaz, good luck, hello and good luck then, equals, let's go bronze then. Comeback time for D-Mac and Evino and Percy saying, Percy giving Brooks some fire. Brooks has moved himself up to 12th position as well in the championship. I must admit, Brooks is one of my favourites to win this title this season. Maybe I'll put it, give him the commentator's curse, but let's see how he goes then. It's not all over yet. He can still get promotion into silver. It's still up for grabs then. Jinner, who has been, who's been, I would say, for most of the season, the quickest driver, but in race trim, very much similar to Fangio in silver. In race trim, he just does seem to trip over and have some issues, doesn't he, here or there? And talking of issues in the races, TK, well, again, similar to Jinner, I think he's the second fastest driver in this division, but I feel that, again, in the race trim, both him and Jinner have not been able to get the job done. Not as bad as TK hasn't, Jinner hasn't as bad as TK in terms of getting to the finish line, but I do feel that there is TK and Jinner should potentially be much higher in the championship than they are. No disrespect to Dynamo Dan, of course, because Dynamo Dan has been pretty impressive. Remember that he was also involved in a lot of first lap shenanigans as well over the course of the season. As just taking a look, as I missed some new potatoes out on the lap. Here comes Ariel also in the Alpine as well. Alpine are the measuring stick of ALR bronze so far. However, without William in the cockpit, they have struggled with that second seat. And I'm surprised that the constructors had the other teams behind them haven't really been able to eat into that lead as much. And it's down to 74 points now. I think it was in the hundreds, wasn't it, earlier on in the season? And it's into the pits comes Ariel, but they would like to have. They probably would want to be a bit higher up than what they are at the moment now. Bonjour, German is saying bonjour to you as well. The other French phrase I know is something I probably shouldn't be saying on stream, to be honest. Apart from on les deux fromages, which I think is something to do with cheese, but that's about it from my French lessons I did in school. I tried, I think I did a lot of German, to be honest, but I must admit I was a bit rubbish in German as well. Maybe two languages was not good for me at all. But however, I do have a second language because I talk a load of poppycock, absolutely not. Here comes New Potato, and to be honest, I was mentioning about him. Brooks is probably one of my favourites for the title, but New Potato certainly was not one to be counted out as well. He is currently 5th in the championship, point beyond Bob, 3 points behind Echo as well, and a chance to get promoted into silver for next season then for New Potato. He is into the bus stop chicane as well. Lovely stuff indeed. That bus stop chicane, in my opinion, is not as beautiful as it used to be. I used to love the bus stop chicane pre-2003, of course, when he started to renovate this place. New Potato, that's an okay lap, but he's on the medium tyres though. I wonder if he's thinking about saving some for the race, potentially. Here's our favourite Canadian driver, and that is Kadzed, and Serious Mushroom is really trying to extend my knowledge of the French language. I have no idea what that says, my good man, because I'm rubbish with the American French. Is that jalapy, is it? Is that jalapy, or jalapy Serious Mushroom? Is that it? I don't know, to be honest. I'm not going to go any further because I can't do different languages. I can do good. Old bus was better. It was better. I like the old bus stop chicane. It was absolutely cracking. And also on the old games as well, it was also very good. If you was like me who struggled when it came to higher levels on the old game, it was a very good idea to also cut the bus stop chicane as well. You used to gain about 5 seconds a lap over your opposition. But of course, that's what I'm trying. You can tell with kind of statements like that, can't you? Goodness gracious me. That's why Swift and Mighty would never let me anywhere near these Formula 1 cars. Kaz, as I mentioned, our favourite Canadian driver then, as it comes out of the final turn. And I think he's a big, I like Kaz a lot more than I like Lance Stroll. However, I would say that Lance Stroll, am I allowed to talk about the Grand Prix? I think I am, yeah, let's go for it. I hope that Serious Mushroom has watched it, and of course, otherwise he is a couple of days behind everyone else at the moment, but I'm sure he's watched it. But yes, indeed, a lovely helmet, by the way, from Vintage. That's a beautiful helmet indeed. We want to check out Echo's helmet as well later on, as he's got a tribute helmet to Jerome D'Ambrosio. I think he was he the last Belgian driver to race in Formula 1? Shock horror. No, it was, I think it was Stoffel Van Dorn, wasn't it? Goodness gracious me. And that young man probably does deserve another shot in F1 in my humble opinion. I think that McLaren he drove in 2017 was pretty difficult indeed, and he was against one of the best drivers of all time, Fernando Alonso. I do feel for Stoffel Van Dorn. I think he's Formula E champion now, isn't he? Stoffel Van Dorn is, so I do think he should get a chance in my opinion. And hopefully, if we ever do get two more teams onto the Formula 1 grid, Stoffel will be one of those drivers. Shelby, good evening to you, Farkben. I learned my lesson this time, as I thought we had a new commentator last week when Fark was using his partner's account. Then as a Vintage goes 7th fastest starting his 38th Grand Prix start here tonight in bronze. Marsky then coming out of Blanchimont then into the bus stop chicane. Let's see what Marsky can do. Another driver. I feel that a lot of drivers have really struggled with these Formula 1 2022 machines this season, haven't they? The likes of Marsky, who in previous Formula years was a lot more impressive in the Formula 1 machinery than they are this season. Not taking anything away from Marsky, Brooksy, New Potato, etc. But I do feel as D-Mac going fast on 43.9 then, 3/10 of a second improvement on Ginnard. Well, that's a D-Mac, a very impressive time indeed there for the former silver driver. Ariel has visited the scenery there in the second Alpine. He hasn't set a time just yet. That's going to get very concerning there for Ariel, as he doesn't want to start near the back. But having said that, this is a much easier track to overtake on than most, I would say, in the ALR calendar. I don't say that's wrong. More with Brooksy there coming up to the top of Les Combes, of course. Les Combes, a famous shot at the top of Les Combes when Hill and Schumacher was going head-to-head, wheel-to-wheel. Back in the 95 Grand Prix, where Jenner goes faster by 200ths of a second. Wow, we got a battle for pole position, haven't we? Great stuff indeed. We're just watching Brooksy at the moment as he is coming down with the corner with no name. Or is it the Jackie X turn? Is D'Ambrosio said on one of the broadcasts a couple of seasons ago then. Brooksy there coming out Pouillon as well, which I always pronounce it wrong there, but all I know it's downhill, it's left, and it's fast. I love this circuit. It is an absolute roller coaster, isn't it? This is the best circuit on the game, in my opinion. It is brilliant. So Serious Mushroom and I have both agreed that this is quite a this is a circuit which they've really they have sanitized over the years ever so slightly, with the bus stop chicane certainly being one of them. Now, of course, we had some great legendary moments there. We also had some horrific moments as well. Big Missy Keller in the 1998 Grand Prix, and that incredible Grand Prix as well, where we had that almighty shunt then, and we've had some scary moments in that Grand Prix as well in 98. One of my favourite races of all time, the 98 Belgian Grand Prix. Damon Hill, a scene of Damon Hill's final ever race win in F1. I think he got 22 race wins in the end, didn't he? But that was Jordan's first race win of career in Formula 1. And not only that, it was their first one too as well, wasn't it, in Formula 1 as well, with Ralf Schumacher coming home second that day, albeit it didn't help the old team harmony, did it? In the old Jordan camp. Unfortunately, Swanshanks across the line. He's having a much better second half of the season. He did struggle to get on the points then, but he has really taken off, hasn't he, like a storm. Swanshanks as they're coming out of La Source and on his way once again. And now it's on his second tyres there. So let's take stock then, as we're just watching TK, who's now moved himself into fourth position. Jinner currently on pole position then by 200ths of a second there. But TK is now really putting his toe to the floor. Here he comes, and there he goes. D-Mac in second position with TK in third, half a second back at the moment there. But that lovely Miami-inspired helmet, well, I think it is anyway, as he comes into the bus stop chicane as well. Sickersmuck in fourth position there. He has been pretty incredible, Sickersmuck, as this season. But bronze for me, he's been one of the best drivers. And TK is on pole position with a 43.8 there. TK has been so good in qualifying. I think that'll be his fourth pole position of the season. I got to get me old numbers out in a minute, so that's going to be interesting, isn't it? We all know about my maths skills, but that's a good time indeed then. Echoes invalidate this time. Hanson's Brooksy as well. New Potato, hasn't he? He's found a 10th per second in the second intermediate split time. Swanshanks has not found any time just yet then. Let me get my own book up then. And it's TK going for his fifth pole position. I apologise profusely. So it'll be TK's fifth pole position of the season. And that will match New Potato, who we're just watching now, who's already got 5 pole positions to his name. His last pole position, though, came in Azerbaijan several races ago now. Yellow flag is out at the moment now. We're not concerned about the yellow flags in qualifying. But I've got a phone call for some reason, it's me. They all know that I'm working at this time. Shocking behaviour. Equals ALR Vintage and Fire. George Morgan. Yo, good evening to you, sir. Farf saying that the man, the myth, the legend, George Morgan, as he came into the comments there for a quick chit chat indeed. And Dylan, hello to you, my good sir. Of course, Dylan single-handedly so far. Unfortunately, Ariel's not set a time. He is going to be down in 15th position, unfortunately, at the very least. Dylan then, Dylan, of course, in the Williams has, well, let's come to this lap for a second position there for New Potato. They're a 10th of a second away, well, less than a 10th of a second, I should say. Magnificent stuff there. What about Itemizer? Well, we go with Itemizer, I reckon. I apologise if I've completely butchered your name, but that's kind of what I do here, isn't it? I have no idea why I've still got employment in the commentary box. It's probably because no one else would do it more than anything else. Kaz going for a lap now. We've also got Marsky out there. We're going to go on board the Davidson, I think, now, who's on a lap now then of Itemizer in the Aston Martin. This is Davidson and a very keen driver indeed, and he's also a friend of Don as well, so hopefully, and I hope he enjoys himself here tonight on his debut. Car 99, oh, he spun the car ever so slightly as he comes out of the bus stop chicane. It's tricky, it's off camber, but that's 2 laps he's now thrown away as such then, but he has got 2.5 minutes to go, but this is such a long circuit, he will only get one more chance, I think, and even then, I'm going to be on fresh tyres, unfortunately. Kaz is on a lap now then. I think Marsky's on a quick lap as well as he's coming over the top of Eau Rouge there. So just coming through Pouillon as well then, before coming up into the chicane as well. Apologies, that was my sister really, so very well. Kaz coming out of the chicane then, and let's see what he can do then. Kaz is just going over the AstroTurf as well. Anyway, going back to Dylan there before I was rudely interrupted by myself. Dylan has single-handedly turned the Williams team around there. Of course, he won the Grand Prix in Hungary 2 weeks ago, and then last night he got that Williams by the scruff of the neck and brought it home in 5th position there. I did not watch the whole of the Grand Prix, as shamefully I was working, which to be honest I shouldn't have been working really, but I missed my bus because I was eating the muffin. On the final turn comes Kaz, and across the line, and he goes 8 fast. That's a great time for Kaz. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Didn't say legend. You're the only legend, Sean. Well, I'm not sure about that. Especially if I can't say new driver's names. There's Itemizer, who's got a good. I think there's more in the car for Itemizer. I wonder if he's going to go for broke again. And let's see what he can do. As just coming up into there as well. Is that Don Colom then? Serious much then? Yes, it indeed is. Itemizer has been brought in by Don Colom there. That's how I was saying it right. It's about 7/10 of a second as well. I remember that was about the full deployment of the battery as well. So a top 10 start here for the debutant. Good stuff indeed. We got a Red Bull out there, Brooksy, who is now starting to really rip up the trees here in the Ardennes Forest, and in the Red Bull as he is down into La Source. 29 seconds to go here. Sickersmuck is invalidated this time, but he's got one more chance. And Jinner 98 second down, I should say, at the top of Lake Com. As we've got a serious mushroom and a Farfa going yes, no in the comments, so I love it. But I'm going to leave them to it, I think. We've got Bessier out in the Alpine, of course, Vessia. I'm a big fan of this. I'm a big fan of this young man. He's been a very good addition to the Bronze Championship. Excuse me, my headset fell off there. Checker flag has fallen for TK New Potato, who's up in second position. D-Mac in fourth. Great debut, I think, from D-Mac tonight. I think this is the first time he's raced in bronze, I believe. I'll have to get out my old checkbook in a minute. Not to pay the man, but to check to see if he ever raced in this league before. Echo in sixth position. The checker flag is out. And for Swan checks for and Sloppy seconds. How does he get in here? We've also got Vintage coming out of the final turn. And he goes 10th fastest. Great stuff indeed there for Vintage, the most experienced man in the field. Lovely. What about Bessier? And he's got a bit of deployment left as well there. Very good stuff indeed. The final turn and across the line, and Vestia goes 5th fastest there. Basically, it was one and done there for Vestia there. Goodness gracious me, I think he's a fan of the old school qualifying one shot, isn't he? I used to love that as well, but I don't think Formula 1 fans today would like it, because it was cars that just went out one at a time, didn't they? I liked it because you got to see all the cars and really the edge of their limit and beyond. And you don't get to see that in this qualifying these days, but this qualifying these days is much more entertaining. And talking of entertaining, Brooks has found half a second on this latest lap and goes into a very magnificent 6th position. Lovely stuff indeed. 6 Monks found 3/10 of a second, which will actually displace Brooks. He's back down into 7th here, into the bus stop chicane. He's overshot ever so slightly though, as he a very neat and tidy lap then out of the final turn, and he looks like he got stuck on the curb there. He found a 10th for a second, so not much at the end then. Cars is crawling back into the pit, and Itemizer is also coming into the pits as well. Great debut for Itemizer, but it's pole position now for TK. That is his 5th pole position of the season then, out of 14 qualifying performances, so that is very good indeed there. And that is TK's 2nd pole position in a row as well for himself and for the Haas team. But as he's mentioned already, he asked in the paddock earlier on. Then how is he going to sabotage this race tonight? Unfortunately, it does seem that TK has the pace there, but it does go a bit wrong, doesn't it? Every now and again, whether it's strategy or whether it's tires fall off a cliff. So hopefully that's. Hopefully he doesn't have any of those issues again here tonight. Then. Hello everyone, welcome back then to Spa then, as we are now getting ready for the grid itself then. And I don't think we've had any rain at all, have we, this week? I know we had a sprinkling of rain. Do we have a sprinkling? We had a sprinkling of rain in qualifying, but that's about it for gold. Do we have any rain in qualifying last night for silver? I should know this, shouldn't I? Really, considering the fact that I meant to do me homework before I come on air, but it's absolutely shocking behaviour, isn't it, by myself? But hopefully someone can fill me in. I mean, as in, don't beat me up. I mean, let me know what goes on then. Good luck also, as much as we're saying then, as the drivers are getting lined up on the grid now and preparing themselves for the starters. And a very seasonal sunny Spa here tonight. Fantastic stuff indeed. TK has matched the most pole positions this season, along with New Potato, which is very good stuff indeed. That's also TK's 5th pole position of his career as well. He's now 1 pole position behind New Potato, who's got 6 pole positions in his career in ALR Gold then. And everyone is on the medium or hard tires, apart from Philip then, who's going against the grain here. He is going for the soft compound tires. Hard tires then for Scooby Stew, for Ariel, for Dynamo Dan, all the way down in 60th position because of qualifying ban. Sloppy seconds in 15th, Swanshanks in 13th, 7 for Sickers Mug and Brooksy. D-Mac on hard with Jinner on hard as well. Everyone else on the soft. Everyone else on the soft tires. TK, as I've already mentioned, that he has been no rain amazingly yesterday. He was saying, goodness gracious me, I'm surprised by that because usually we all know it rains in Silver, don't we? But for some reason we've had 2 complete dry races now in Silver, haven't we? Golly gosh, what's going on here? Because Silver over the years has had so many rain affected races, including that incredible wet race at the end of season 2. Do you remember the battle between German and Dan Murphy for the title? And German, of course, no one in that 20 car field practice for the wet in Abu Dhabi, and I don't think anyone's ever done a league race in the wet in Abu Dhabi, and I don't think anyone ever will again. For some reason we had rain in Abu Dhabi, which is once in a lifetime I think, and it was for the championship of Silver as well, but German now did just about win that one, as Dan Murphy had all I don't think he had the pace that day, did he, unfortunately, but of course Dan, who would like to get that silver crown, one day, and potentially he might be able to get it next season as well. It depends on how he adapts to the 2023 machines, but he is getting more and more confident with these ground effect era cars, and you can tell the drivers there are now starting to really find their way with these machines. The likes of Styles, for example, this season have been really good. Likes of Glock as well is starting to find their feet. Sam Green as well in gold, doing a great job with these ground effect cars. Of course, Equals is now in a very solid second position in the Silver Championship. Nigel's been solid from the get-go with these ground effects machines. And German, of course, a Grand Prix winner in the Canadian Grand Prix, is also starting to find his way as well. Of course, Echo, who's had so many podiums this season, he's been one of the shining lights of this championship, hasn't he? Can TK and New Potato, who I think found each other before they got out of turn 1 in Hungary. So hopefully hopefully that doesn't happen again. Then let's go for the grid, because I've been yapping on for about 7 kilometers now, and I really need to sort myself out here. TK pole position alongside him is New Potato. Jinner in 3rd position. He is it's D-Max spun the car at the bus stop there. Vester in 5th position there. Brooks C6, Sickers Muck in 7th position there. Almost gone to the back of his teammate. Echo in 8th position. Marsky in 9th. Kaz in 10th position. Vintage in 11th position, but he's a ghost at the moment. Hopefully he's got no connection issues. Itemizar in 12th position there, making his debut. Good luck to that young man. 30th position is Swanshank. Serious Mushroom, most beautiful helmet I've ever seen in full team. Sloppy seconds. How did he get in here in 15th position? Default helmet as well, shocking. Dynamo Dan in 16th. Ariel 17th. Hunger Styles in 18th position. Bill in 19th, and Scooby Stew in 20th position there with the beautiful Lando Norris inspired crash helmet there. Right, the lights are now coming on one at a time then for Spa. When they go out, we'll be racing here in a magnificent Spa. It's action! Here we go! And TK gets away nicely, but Jinner's had a fantastic start on the hard compound tires, and it's already displaced New Potato. New Potato has been forced out wide, and he's dropped down the order. New Potato has had a terrible start, and who is that? That's one of the Mercedes then. He's gone into New Potato, and Serious Mushroom is out of the race then, and it's a calamitous start here. Serious Mushroom is out then, and it all started then with the Mercedes and New Potato coming together. Sloppy Seconds has also got a damaged car as well. Sickers Muck is off at the top of the hill at Radion. I don't think he's damaged the car. However, he has lost all kinds of position there. But Serious Mushroom out of the race before he's even got past turn 1. And we got a safety car here for Serious Mushroom's car. And I don't even know how that's come about then. Unfortunately, just as we come up to the top of the hill, and goodness gracious me, it's not gone at all well, and absolutely that is devastating news for Serious Mushroom. Oh goodness gracious me. So safety car is out at the moment. Down 7 positions, New Potato, I think it's him and Sickers Muck came to blows there. Up 6 positions, Itemizer on his David's night, fantastic stuff. 7 positions out there for Scooby Stew. He avoided the issues there, and that is an Echo also down at 10 positions as well. Whilst the safety car is out at the moment, I will be right back. Apologies for this, guys. I apologise profusely for that. My sister's not really well, is very unwell at the moment, but I'll worry about that later on. Right, so now coming back out on the circuit. It's all good. It's all good. I think that she's a very, let's just say she's a serial warrior. Right. Anyway, let's get back to it, shall we? And it is Billet is saying that there is a dive bomb first corner there, unfortunately. I'm not sure who that dive bomb was. Echoes out on the circuit as well at the moment, but that was a pretty appalling first corner. Remember, I mentioned about the pile up in Spa '98. Of course, we've had a lot of incidents there over the years, and I'm sure that Jarno Trulli got tapped by Jensen Button there in 2000, didn't he? And that really ended Jordan's race there. Of course, remember 2 years ago, Jordan was very much as high as you could be, and then of course that 2000 car was not as good as that 99 car, was it? And unfortunately, they really did come into major issues there. Vestia up 2 positions as well then, but this has really thrown the cat amongst the pigeons, hasn't it? It looks like Mushroom is avoiding carnage, but piled up in the into more carnage there. I think that that's the case. They consider Mushroom is a very calm cucumber in the start of the race there, and I'm wondering then if unfortunately him taking himself out of the carbon fiber zone has somehow backed him up into the carbon fiber zone. Now, I did not see anything but racing incident cars saying there. To be honest, that is fair enough. If it's a racing incident, then that's fair enough. But we did hear that someone did really shoot down the inside of turn one there. Sigismund looked like he didn't see both the Red Bulls from Brooksy's point of view, and that's what caused the pile-up. We seen in the background of the long shot, didn't we, of Sigismund and I think New Potato there, and kind of like coming into each other, didn't they? And it did look like must have caused a chain reaction. Thank you very much there for the comments there. Keep on coming in there and to really fill me in about what's going on. Cars is into the pit as well. So this safety car is out the moment now as we are trying to get the track cleaned up before we get back racing here in Spa, as we got a couple of other drivers into the pits as well. What tyres are they going to go on then? Usually it's a straightforward medium to hard tyre strategy here. However, we got a couple of other drivers now really changing the strategy. Kaz is now onto the hard tyre. Ariel's on the medium tyres. Swanshank's also into the pits as well. This is all strategical, I think. Apart from the Alfa Romeo is changing the nose cone there. Remember, we've been saying that Swanshank has been on a fine run of form, hasn't he? But unfortunately, this is not a good start at all. However, it happened after cars through the first corner, similar then to Mika Hakkinen crashed there as well, didn't he, in the second start in '98? And it was Johnny Herbert that crashed into the side of him, which made the championship leader at the time. Hakkinen retired, all the championship leader. Dynamo Dan is up to 9 positions to that qualifying ban. Hasn't really penalised him too much, hasn't so far in this race. However, he is behind at New Tony, but he is on the harder compound tyres. Of course, safety car should be in there in this lap. We'll go racing. Hopefully, I'll have a full lap for that Grand Prix racing around Spa. It's the last race we're going to have in Spa for a while. What's on the Vessier? Vessier's off the circuit there under the safety car, and he's dropped from 3rd to 11th here. That is a nightmare. That's an absolute nightmare. It looks like drivers have started going to have to give up the positions here because, Vessier spun the car. We're not sure what happened. I think it was just coming out of turn 8. He's got damage as well. It's a 5-second penalty for Vintage there for ignoring yellow flags. I think that might be, I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but that is unfortunate for Vintage because I don't think he overtook Vessier on purpose there. But of course, he had no choice, I think, but to overtake. But Vessier's got damage, and if the safety car is in this lap, then that is a big, and it is in at the end of this lap. Vessier's incredible qualifying performance and good start has come to nothing, and that is a big blow indeed. TK is leading us away then, and of course he'll be happy that the first lap he has actually come out leading this race then, but now he's got a safety car restart, possibly one of the difficult safety car restarts in all the calendar, because the driver's going to be drag racing their way up behind him, up the Kemmel Straight and up to the top of Lake Com here. So TK is going to have to be very much keeping his eyes very much fixed on the rear, on those mirrors on the Haas car. Ooh. We haven't even done any racing yet, and I'm absolutely shattered. Right, anyway then, so let's get going again, shall we then? That is such a shame in serious match in the first retirement of the Belgian Grand Prix of Season 8 of ALR. Vessier's dropped right down the order. I think the Vessier is getting out of people's way, actually. He's off the circuit completely. What has happened here is they're all in, now we're going, I think. I thought he was already going, to be honest, but there's a bit of a messy start here, and now we're racing in bronze. And so TK leads the way, Jinner, of course, on the harder tyres, along with D-Mac, with Marsky in 4th position. Then Itamars are in 5th position. Great debut for him. And then 2 Red Bulls at 6 and 7 and 1. Dynamo Donovan doing superb. Vintage in 9th position. Styles at 10th. Scooby Stew, great in 11th position. That's great stuff to see. Vessia, this is a brutal, and he's lost the whole of the wing now, hasn't he? Coming to the top of Lake Cobden, and they've already got a second and a half advantage there. And Styles is in the wall. He is in the wall. And there's a McLaren and Scooby Stew off as well then. And Styles out of the race there. And Styles and Styles in the serious rush, by the way. Scooby Stew, has he got damage as well? Taking a look at the McLaren. No, he hasn't, but it's an action-packed start here. TK is very much under the cosh now of the Alpine, I should say. There's too many A's in them. Out of the corner, and no name then all over the back then. He's having a sniff down into Pouillon here, but I gotta say that is very, very adventurous indeed. Styles is out of the race. He is out of the stash, and that is such a shame. That yellow flag then. No sign of a safety car just yet, and as Vermont Under seems to might have a very adventurous, a very busy night here in the Ardennes Forest. Gap is already up to 2 seconds. Jinner is absolutely flying in this Alpine car, isn't he? He has got 3 wins already. He's in the wall. Oh, Jinner has spun the cars. He pushed too hard. He has. And Jinner has made a major error here. And this is a major point to this championship. Vintage is off as well. Oh my goodness me! And it is all go here in the opening stage of Spa. That's another car off. Is there oil down there potentially? I'm not sure, but goodness me, there's a lot of spins out there, but TK then, who is under the cosh, has now got a 2-second lead here in the Belgian Grand Prix. I don't know, did Jinner have damage then? I don't think Jinner's he has got a major damage on the Alpine car, and that is not good at all. Blitz is now going to have to defend from Sloppy Seconds. Sloppy Seconds having a look at the inside, but Billet's going to have the racing line then, and he takes that position. I think Billet is the highest runner to come into the pits there. Kaz has lost out to Ariel, has moved his way up into 14th position. Nope, made that 13th position as well. Sickers Muck has got a penalty as well. Here comes Itemizer on the outside, but Marsky has got the inside here. Itemizer has had to back out of that one, and going up the inside is New Potato. Not quite, and this is getting very cozy. And who's that? That's Marsky is off the circuit. What is going on here with these 2022 machines? He reverses back on Marsky, almost in the path of the other drivers as well. Did he touch the wall? I don't think he did then, but the cars are spinning, and they're really struggling on these tyres at the moment. Are they too cold? Potentially. Goodness gracious me. And New Potato all over the back of the Davidson tonight then. So Itemizer then has got all kinds of pressure on him now. He's up in the 3rd position. He's on course for a first. TK is off the circuit. Goodness me. They're all falling off the circuit here tonight then. And now TK has dropped down the order. And has he got damage? He's all over the back of Brooksy here. Goodness gracious me, and he is pushing hard. Then, of course, he wants to win a Grand Prix tonight, but he's all over the back of Brooksy. Then he might have to back off here because I'm going through Blanchimont. Remember, he had Verstappen and Amazing, and we've got Echo and Echo in one of the Echo and the Ferraris is off there. Who is it? It's I think that they've just recovered then potentially. And TK still all over the back of Brooksy, trying to go on the inside, outside. DRS now being able. Goodness me, he's pushing Brooksy out of the bus stop chicane here. Coming across the line, so Billet is off the circuit out of the exit of Blanchimont, and unfortunately he's now dropped down the order. We'll take a look, see if that Ferrari's got damage in just a jiffy, but this is the action on track at the moment. Goodness gracious me, the Belgian Grand Prix has gone mega here. New Potatoes off the circuit as well. What is going on with these Formula 1 cars tonight? Goodness gracious me, action or drama all over the circuit here. It might be a night for cool heads, and D-Mac leads the way with Itemizer in second. TK is now now back up in the third position there. But he's now got to find 5 seconds that he lost due to that spin. Vessier has set the fast after the race, and Bullet is in the pits. He did damage that Ferrari. Unfortunately, Sloppy Seconds has lost the position there to a new potato who's trying to make his way back up into 8th position there. More yellow flags then, and what is going on in this one? Goodness gracious me. Lap 6 of this race already, but it feels like we've already had half a race in this one. Goodness gracious me. It is action and drama all over the show here tonight in Belgium. The 2 retirements in this one, and I'm sure we've got a lot more drama still to go here, but D-Mac leads the way on this. I didn't check to see if it's his debut tonight or not. I'll check that in a minute, but D-Mac leads the way on his return to ALR after a couple of weeks out. Itemizer on his full debut tonight in the Aston Martin is currently in second at the moment. TK, who's got a lot of pace in this Haas car, but I think he might be overcooking the tyres ever so slightly. Kaz in 10th position then, Ariel in 11th, and in 12th position is Echo, and Echo trying to make his way up through the field as well. The highest driver who can't go in the pits at the moment is Kaz. Vessier's got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, I should say. Ariel's all over the back now, and look, Echo's coming as well there, but let's see, TK set the fast on race. He is flying out that moment into the bus stop chicane. Ariel's going to have a go on the inside now, the inside trying to go again on the outside. No, nothing doing just yet, and coming across the line. Sloppy Seconds has got DRS now, and they're talking to DRS, so is Echo, and he's going to got the inside into La Source here. He's in the points now. That Alpine is looking very grubby on the side pod there. I think they might have to give it a good old clean out. Ecar's saying a lot of action. Goodness me, it's been a lot of action already in this race, isn't it? Goodness gracious me, then this is definitely a circuit, a driver's circuit, where the drivers do make a major impression on the races and on these Formula 1 cars as well. Here comes Echo then. Kaz and Echo. Oh my goodness me, look at that. Marsky has just squeezed through all 3 of them there. Sorry, all 2 of them, and takes 11th position. Passes Kaz, passes Echo. Magnificent manoeuvre there. And just squeezed in between both of them. Magnificent racing manoeuvre there from Marsky. Very brave as well, because when you go, yes, you come up the Camel Straight. It's quite wide up the Camel Straight then, but it is very unnerving when you go in between the 2 cars. Like going between 2 lorries on the motorway, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. That is very impressive stuff indeed. And who's that? That's Sick as Muck, who's had a very wild lunge there. Onto Jinner then, has gone onto the grass. He's coming back on the circuit and almost into Billets out of the race then. Contact with Sloppy Seconds there. Goodness me, I think the Sick as Muck's re-entry into the circuit was possibly not the most safest there, was it? And I don't think New Potato, Jinner or Sloppy Seconds is going to be too impressed about that, I would say. Safety car is back out as Billet is out of the race. 3 retirements on 7 laps here tonight. I think that there's Billets left the race as well, left the session as well then, so into the pits comes D-Mac then, and now he's going on to the medium compound tyres after 8 laps then. We've got all the top runners coming to the pits. Dynamo Dan has stayed out, and the championship leader, who I must say is just kind of navigating his way through this chaos at the moment now, and normally we do associate chaos and rain with Belgium, but there's no rain in sight here tonight. But goodness me, the bronze drivers are having an absolute incredible race out there tonight. Itemizer is now out in 4th position there. 5th is TK with Brooks here in 6th position. Echo is now up into 6th, and he is not pitted then. Is he going to go for a long stint then? Remember Ultimate Beast with his first Grand Prix win of his career last night in silver. Had a very long stint indeed, didn't he? And of course, I wonder if someone's going to do that again here tonight then, as Ariel and Marsky also coming out of the pits, and Swanshanks coming out of the pits right to the pits, comes out of Vintage. And I think he's also going to serve that 5-second penalty, which I think was that's a very harsh 5-second penalty, because it was Vessier who spun off and he got that penalty for some reason. Oh my word, what an absolutely barmy start then to this race. Well, it's not even been a barmy start, it's been a barmy race, hasn't it? Just a quick one, D-Mac did race in Season 4, the last race of Bronze in Season 4 in Abu Dhabi. So this is D-Mac's 2nd race, and that's a Vessier, another 3-second penalty there. This is D-Mac's 2nd race of his career. 2nd race of his career in Bronze, but yeah, he's having a great race so far, isn't he, for D-Mac? Where did he come in the that Abu Dhabi race? I hear you are said. Must admit, I think that unfortunately D-Mac retired from the race, unfortunately, so hopefully he can get into end in this race, and he's looking very strong indeed there. Bullet saying that I can't believe don't have downforce there. Bullet saying, and yeah, it's a very difficult circuit, isn't it? And also if the tires just keep overheating, and it's just a vicious circle, isn't it? And just behind the safety car now. Let's take stock, shall we? Because we've had a very action-packed start. This is our second safety car before we got to half distance here. And the pole sitter TK down in 5th position. The championship leader of qualifying van now leads this race. New Potato was on the front row, dropped all the way down the order, is now back up into second, has not stopped. The front two have not stopped yet then, but they might be gambling on another safety car later on. Echo, who also dropped down the order as well, because we had a bit of a collision on the opening stage of this Grand Prix, is now up into 6th position then. Jinner, who was of course on the started third on the grid, down 11th position as well, as he has also come into some bother as well here tonight. Got penalties out there at the moment. 6 seconds for 6 seconds for Vestia, 3 seconds for Brooksy. That is the penalty state at the moment, and good luck to team Let's Go Baby. And into the pits comes Kaz then. Of course at the moment their Bullet is a part of the Ferrari team, and Dynamo Dan is leading the way at the moment. Into the pits comes the second Aston Martin. His teammates currently in 4th position, doing a cracking job. Technically second on the road then. Also the McLaren team are primed and ready to go as well for some reason, but they've all crossed the start finish line. So no teams are coming in just yet. Might be the next up, but I do expect the safety car to be back Haas mechanics are already out for some reason as well. But I am expecting the safety car to be in at the end of this lap then before we can go back racing again then. So Kaz may have made a shrewd manoeuvre here by coming into the pit. Throw on the medium tyres. I should get him to the end quite nicely. I think any tyres what you're on now should get you to the end then. The medium tyres should get you to the end as well, but they might be a bit more chewed up than the hard tyres then. So Dynamo Dan and New Potato do need to come to the pits. They have not satisfied the rules of Formula 1 where you have to use 2 types of compounder tyres, which means that is guaranteed at least 1 mandatory pit stop. And that means that Dynamo Dan will go on to the medium tyres and towards the end of the race. I wonder if he might try soft tyres in the championship leader, or is he going to just try and get to the end then and gain as many points as he possibly can then. New Potato, of course, with that disgraceful default helmet in 2nd position at the moment. The first ever bronze world champion who will be going on to the hard tyres there. I'm surprised he didn't come to the pits earlier on, New Potato. But I'm wondering if both those drivers are expected to safety car towards the end. Echo, who has been in the pits already, so he doesn't need to come in again. But those hard tyres are going to have to go a very long way in this race. Let's see how that plays out there. But Dynamo Dan, I think, is just giving the safety car some space, giving Bert Mylander some space. Then Dynamo Dan is out. Of course, Dynamo Dan has been on the podium 8 times in his 12 events in bronze so far. That is why he's in the championship. It's been about consistency. He's also got the most wins as well, actually. Actually saying that as well, with 4 Grand Prix wins in 12 events as well. Remember, he won on his debut bronze, didn't he? I think that was in the Australian Grand Prix, I think, wasn't it? Where he missed the first race, didn't he? No, he didn't. Sorry, he got third in his first race in Saudi Arabia and won his second race. So shocking behaviour indeed for myself. On board the Ferrari then, so that's what it feels like to be on board with leading the race here in Spa in ALR Bronze tonight then. As I mentioned, this is a crucial race then for the likes of Jinner to try and get himself back into this championship. For the same for New Potato as well, but both drivers, well, New Potato needs to go into the pits, and Jinner down in 10th position at the moment as well. TK would love to get a Grand Prix win after a season of very difficult, trying times, I think we should call it, shouldn't we? Now we're back racing then. D-Mac then, of course, on board with the Mercedes driver out of the final turn then. And when are they going to go? They're going now then. And look at that, he's caught New Potato almost sleeping there. And he has, and look at this, D-Mac on the outside here. New Potato then forcing D-Mac out ever so wide then. As I'm just giving him just about a Mercedes whip there. But they're going to go side by side through Eau Rouge, so goodness me. And then they've run out of space, goodness gracious me. I thought it was going to be a Weber and Alonso one from 2011. D-Mac is trying to defend as they come up the hill, up the camel strike, up into Lecombe. And who has got the position now? Echo is lost out to Brooksy, and Echo's spun this well. I think that Brooksy, and he's in the wall as well. And the Jerome and the D'Ambrosio helmet is not helping Echo at the moment. He's trying to get himself out of that got a grass verge there, and that is a big shame indeed there for Echo, and he has now dropped down to the back of the field. Jinner up into 8th position as well, and what is going on here then? TK is all over the back of Itemizar then, going into Puyol as well, but Itemizar, remember, he's doing a very good job on his debut. You see there, very much a measured drive for the debutant, whilst then all the drivers around him is losing their heads, it seems, at the moment now. Vessier is off the circuit, out of Puyol then, as some drivers are struggling with downforce. We've heard the billet is struggling with downforce, he kept swapping ends, so we've lost 3 drivers in this race. Incredibly, this race does seem to a lot of the drivers who don't have many DNFs do seem to have issues in this race circuit, don't they? Remember that Mr. Rage, Brooksy's off the circuit. Oh my goodness me, and Brooksy's off the circuit as well, and now he's dropped down to top position. Scooby Stew up into 11th, fantastic. And Donovan is taken, no, it's lost the lead because D-Mag, that's the guy, has taken the lead here in the Belgian Grand Prix, half distance in this one. Golly gosh. Dynamo down in 2nd position, New Potato in 3rd, Itemizar in 4th position with TK in 5th, and they're just coming out of the La Source hairpin into the pits, going Swanshanks, and I'm wondering if the Alfa Romeo are going to have to do a double stack here, as Echo has also been the wall as well at the top of the hill, and they come. Yellow flag as Brooksy is having issues at the exit of La Source, unfortunately. No DRS just yet, but New Potato may have a sinking feeling here if it's not this lap, maybe the next lap. Echo has stayed out there as he comes to the top of the hill. No dice so far. Is anyone else in a position to strike? Not at the moment then. Brooksy dropping down into 15th position there, but he's on the back of Vessier now. Both these two drivers are pitting already. They do not want to come back in the pits then, and if they can keep oh, that's major damage there from Brooksy. I think he's going to have to come in the pits, unfortunately. Echo, who doesn't, it looks like he still has all his Alfa Romeo pieces just about in the right direction now, is currently in 60th position. Swanshanks down in 17th at the moment. On board with TK at the moment, so this is our pole sitter. He's aiming for his first Grand Prix win. Yellow flag as Echo is just is going to have a very frustrating race at the moment. It's the man who's been on a rich run of form in the last couple of races or so is having a nightmare. I was just beginning to say that this circuit really hurts. This circuit seems to catch out drivers that have a very good DNF record. The likes of Mr. Rage is only his 2nd DNF in 21 race starts in gold, so he's only every season he's only had 1 DNF so far. Mr. Rage has, and I can't remember what his first DNF was, but he had one here on Sunday night. And is TK and Itemizar getting very close there. TK getting his elbows out ever so slightly, and Sloppy Seconds is very much ready to strike in that second McLaren. Sorry, the lead McLaren. McLaren need points desperately in the constructors, don't they? Of course, as they are currently only on 20 points so far, which is the lowest in this. This is the lowest points tally at this stage of the World Championship in any ALR season so far. I think Haas in gold was the second lowest at this stage, when I think they had about 30 points. And now here comes Sloppy Seconds there, and he is using the grunt of that Mercedes engine, albeit both teams got the Mercedes power unit, but Sloppy Seconds making the most of it. He's got damage as well, Sloppy Seconds has, so that may start to hurt his tyre wear later on in this one. But he's now from 5th position now. Itemizar in at 6th at the moment, but doing a great job. He's been a starring role in this one, hasn't he? Just watching Sloppy Seconds, as you can see. So he does have damage there, which means a lot of understeer in the car. TK currently in 4th position at this moment in time. We got Sick as Mug, who's in 8th position, who's not too far behind Jinner. Jinner, of course, he's the one, the championship protagonist. Dynamo Dan is still not going to pitch yet, nor is New Potato. So Dynamo Dan has still got to take a stop. Echo is in the pit set, and now he's put on the medium tires once again, and he needs a safety car. Both Alfa Romeos need a safety car, and Sickersburg might provide one here, as that's a humongous shunt. It is a safety car, and it's bang on cue, and Sickersburg, they're out of the race. That's 4 retirements on lap 12 of this one, and goodness gracious me, well, Alfa Romeo are going to be very happy with that. I think that Dynamo Dan and New Potato won't be happy with this as well, actually, because they do not have to take a pit stop in the in race trim. So Dynamo Dan, I think is expected to be off. He is in the pits. New Potato in the pits as well. TK is also coming into the pits then. Oh, so interesting stuff then. Itemizar stays out in the Aston Martin, as does who's up behind there. New Potato's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. The first ALR Bronze champion now has made a grave error at this stage of proceedings here. He comes out of the pits now. We got a lot of drivers in the pits, and Dynamo Dan and New Potato have very much been visiting Mystic Meg, haven't they? As a fancy in the crystal ball that they was going to need. There was going to be another safety car, and indeed there was. Whereas Vessier is going to blast past New Potato and TK back down in 10th position, but he's on fresh medium tyres. Sloppy seconds for some reasons out on a set of tyres that have done 6 laps, so that's not going to help him. Scooby Stew also out in 13th position now, and same with Brooks as well. So Echo and Swanshanks are going to be happy with this because now they're going to be able to. Able to catch up them beyond the safety car. I wonder if Swanshanks is not by the pit lane actually, but I was wondering if it is. So New Potato's come out on soft tyres actually. I'm quite surprised by that because that means he's guaranteed another pit stop in this race. I can't see the soft tyres going to the end from this stage, surely not. Remember that they struggled to get to the end in the gold race when we had a safety car with just about 6 laps to go. We're just over half distance in this one, so I don't expect the soft tyres to get to the end from here. So New Potato, I think, is guaranteed to stop again then. So what's happened at that last round of pit stops and safety car and all that kind of good stuff? Well, the top 5 have not pitted. Vintage is in 5th position. He's done 5 laps on the hard tyres. Ariel's not pitted, 7 laps on the hard tyres. Marsky has not pitted, 5 laps on the hard tyres. Itemizar second, 5 laps on the hard tyres. D-Mac is leading this race on the medium tyres. He's done 5 laps on the medium tyres. That will get to the end of the race, but they will not be as crisp and as beautiful as the ones behind. Kaz has not pitted either at this second round of stops, but he's in 4th position at the moment there. Vessier also didn't pit either. The 2 Alfa Romeos at the back of the field haven't pitted either, but they're basically on fresh tyres anyway. Safety car will be out for 1 more lap then before we get back racing again, but this is our 3rd safety car period, which has been a very brutal Belgian Grand Prix. Up until last night then, we just had 1 more lap to go. We only had 1 retirement, didn't we? But then all of a sudden we had 2 or 3 in the final lap, didn't we? And one of them was, of course, the managed challenge for the championship Fanjo. This race has been a bit of a major banana skin for a lot of these top drivers in the ALR this week. Goodness me. Of course, and it's a lovely plug for tomorrow night. Unfortunately, you've got me for tomorrow night. As Alex there is taking a trip down to London for work, so you've got me droning on for 70 odd laps then in Zandvoort. Unfortunately, so you haven't got the very in-depth analysis of a Grand Prix tomorrow. You've got this fool then who doesn't know what is going on, who doesn't know what is Haas from it. What's Haas from his Albon? Is that gentleman said on the grid in Bahrain? Fantastic. Swanshanks going out of the pits now. Also, sloppy seconds on the soft tyres as well. I'm quite surprised by this. I don't think the soft tyres are going to get to the end, you know. But I have been wrong before. But let's see what sloppy seconds can do in this race. Swanshanks also on the medium tyres, but he's put on a scrub set of medium tyres, hasn't he? There? So they're not brand spanking new. So, D-Mac leads the way with Itemizar in 2nd position. Marsky in 3rd. 4th position is Ariel. 5th is Vintage. 6th is Kaz. Dynamo Dan is the highest runner to come into the pits at this safety car. He is in 7th position there with Vessier in 8th position. New Potato on soft tyres in 9th position. TK in 10th position with Jinner 11th. That's both 1st and 3rd in 10th and 11th at the moment. Scooby Stew in 12th position there. Can he get some points, Scooby Stew? He's looking good. 13th position is Brooksy with Echo in 14th then. Sloppy seconds, the only other driver on the soft tyres in 15th position with Swanshanks there in 16th position. Retirements in this one. Sick as Muck retired from the race. Billet is also out of the race along with Hungry Stars and Serious Mushroom all out of the Grand Prix in this one there. And they're going to be very disappointed that then 4 retirements after 14 laps, and it has been a brutal race to say the least. This is one that's this is not one that's going to live long in the memory. I'd say the next 3 races are quite. I'd say that the next couple of races are very brutal indeed. Then we got some mega tracks coming up. Next week we are at Zandvoort, and we of course got a bit of a preview tomorrow night for the 100% league. We're at Zandvoort next week then for gold, silver and bronze before we head off to the Italian Grand Prix, the Temple of Speed, then at Monza. That is the end of our European trip then. I think we take a quick trip back to Europe for round 21 in Portugal. Round 23 I should say in Portugal, before then finishing off in Abu Dhabi. Then after that then we've got the longest race of the season in terms of time is the Singapore Grand Prix, followed by the Japanese Grand Prix. Well, look at those next 5 races are absolutely brutal. It's no rest for the weary for these ALR drivers then coming up then. And we do have the longest season in ALR history, so whoever wins these 3 championships is very much going to earn it, I can assure you of that. But there's more stings in the tail, I think, then for this championship, and D-Mac could have provided a couple of stings as well, especially in his second race of bronze, and potentially could win his second race of bronze. Well, Itemizer and his David tonight doing a magnificent job. Then they're all going very well into that final chicane. And what's up? And Kaz is in the pits, and he's only done 5 laps, and Kaz is having issues, and it's in the pits, and that's a messy start. And TK's down into 16th position here, and a new potato jumped down the order as well. That's not what he wants. Scooby Stew is down in 10th position, but Echo's having a look, and now second McLaren is going to sweep past Scooby, and Sloppy seconds does sweep past and moves himself up into 11th position now. Goodness gracious me, and now coming up into Rouge and Brady on there, and Sloppy seconds is all over the back now with Echo. Goodness gracious me, he's all over like a bad suit as we come up to the top of Lake Hom here. Now he blasts past, but those soft tires have got to go an awful long way in this one if they want to get to the end then. Of course, Altag, who of course got Itemizer into this race and into the championship as well, and he's cheering on his buddy. He's doing a great job, Itemizer. I'd say he's probably my driver of the day at the moment. But of course, as we are not meant to have reserves as driver of the day, but he is certainly going to be the commentator's driver of the day for sure. Then fantastic. Swan Shanks in 14th position. Well, I hope I'm giving the commentator's curse. Then Cass for some reason came into the pits, which I'm a bit bemused by, to be honest. A bit of a messy start in the oh my goodness me, a bit of a messy start and Sid, oh my goodness gracious me, Bessie on the outside. Wow, my goodness gracious me. And now we've got Jenner on the outside of Vintage as well. Vintage is struggling on those used hard tyres here, whilst the medium tyres are just springing him and absolutely taking those positions off him left, right and centre here. The gap is 3 seconds between Ariel and Diamond Dan. That gap will probably come down quite quickly here. Brooksy has I think he kind of let Sloppy seconds go, knowing that he's on a soft tyre now. And Brooksy is definitely thinking more about the long game here. New Potatoes just got past Scooby Stew, because Scooby Stew's lost the front nose. Oh no! And Scooby Stew, who was having one of the best races that he has had in a very long time, and that's an absolute rubbish 3-second penalty. And Jinner up the inside, they're getting very aggressive there on Vessier. He has threw him up into 6th position. Now we got Vintage, who is also dropping down the order. I'm thinking that Vintage may should have come in the pits potentially, but hindsight's a wonderful thing in this Grand Prix. And they're coming up with the crest of the hill then, and there's no DRS just yet. That DRS will be activated at the end of the third lap. At the end of the second lap, I should say that. And look at them, they're all springing out, and they're all trying to pass each other. TK has just got past Swanshanks there. New Potato has snuck past Echo, and up into for 11th position there. But the soft tyres, I'm not sure they're going to get to the end from here. I have been wrong before. I'm saying it over and over again then, but mainly to probably convince myself. But why have I convinced myself? Mainly because I don't want to look like an idiot on YouTube. But I've been doing that for about 4 years now, haven't I? On board Sloppy seconds there, going into Blancheville there. That camera angle always makes it feel like they're going to spin around there. Sloppy seconds there, really pushing on. He needs both him and McLaren. Well, Sloppy seconds don't, because he's a reserve driver. But Vintage just dropped down the order again then. And now here comes Echo as well. Vintage there, who is a very measured driver, isn't he? He's a very calculated driver, isn't he? Vintage is. But at the moment, the medium to the hard tyres is not helping him up too much here. It might come back to help him later on then. The gap between Ario and Diamond Down was 3 seconds about a lap ago, while it's now 0.5 of a second now. So that just shows how quick Diamond Down is in this race. And can TK get himself through? There is actually galore. TK's got a 3-second penalty for going wide of Blanchimont up the inside. Oh, contact! He is completely spun Vintage around there, and goodness me, I think he just misjudged that breaking point there, and unfortunately Vintage dropped down to 14th position now. DRS has now been enabled there. We've got about 6-7 laps to go in this race. 6 markers left for session now, as he is going to be disappointed that they're back on board now with Gillian, who is all on the back of his championship rival Dynamo Dan as they come over the crest here. Here comes Vintage. And Vintage has got DRS, so is Dynamo Dan, and so it kind of neutralises this battle for the minute. And Jenner's also harvested, so next lap then. Oh, I thought he was going on the inside there. TK then, who is now back up to 11th position as well. Goodness me, this has been action galore all the way through this race on lap 17 of an absolutely grueling and enthralling Grand Prix here tonight. Goodness gracious me then, and Echo's having a sniff there, but no dice. Dynamo Dan has lost. He's off the circuit. Dynamo Dan is a championship leader. He's off the circuit now as he's trying to recover back up, but he's down into 10th position here. My goodness me, that's a very unusual place to lose there. I wonder if he got on the, actually could have gone on the curb on the outside there, which unsettled the car potentially. Dynamo Dan needs to keep it cool, doesn't he? Because those tires are going to be screaming hot now. But he's now got TK and Echo, who are very quick customers in this race. Yellow flag. What's happened? It's Sloppy Seconds. He is facing the wrong way. Where's Sigismund exit the circuit, and Sloppy Seconds just about, but he's doing a great spin there, isn't he? Goodness gracious me, doing a great collar maneuver pressure, jumping up in the 4th position there. And of course, Dynamo Dan, where is he? He's down in 10th and 9th position now. Goodness gracious me, there's an absolute extra fat racer, and Sloppy Seconds is off again. And oh goodness me, he's out in the beach. Sloppy Seconds is, goodness gracious me, and I think he's no Nicki Minaj there, is he? And into the pits comes New Potato, no Ariel I should say, and only 11 laps on the medium top on the hard tires. I'm surprised by that. He must have damage surely. As he got damage then, as into the pits comes Echo. He's got the same problems as TK. Lovely stuff indeed. He's into the pits now. Is that a nose cone change? No, it's not. It's a strategy. He's on the soft tires as well. Goodness gracious me. Oh my gosh. Brooksy! He's through! Oh my goodness me, he is through. He takes 5th position, and job well done. Now here comes New Potato. Oh my goodness gracious me. Here's coming out of the pits now, soft tires with just 5 laps to go. Bessier's coming back at him, you know. Oh my goodness me, 3-2-1 at the top of Lake Home. And they keep it clean and tidy. Or just about then. New Potato, goodness me, and you can't even get any closer than that between these two Formula 1 machines. And Brooksy into a fantastic 5th position there. Vessier in a balanced 6 as well. I love this race. This has been fantastic. I don't think the other drivers are going to love it as much, but I've found it great. I've had a ball of a time. Scooby Stew is out of the race. Is that going to be a safety car with just a couple laps to go? It's at the top of the hill at Eau Rouge and Radillon. And on a race goes Scooby Stew. What a shame, because that was his best race result, best race that he had this year. Oh, look at that. That is textbook there from Vessier. He's seen New Potato have a lunge there, and he just sat back and just did a beautiful switchback. Absolutely love it. Jitter is now on the threshold of the podium here. We have not taken into the count penalties just yet, though, have we? And we also need to take into the account the driver of the day stipulation, the driver of the day award as well. New Potato and Vessier. Oh, Potato's off the side. Oh my goodness gracious me, and Vessier was going to slam the door shut. I think it's Blanchimont. He's staying on the outside. New Potato is staying on the outside, and Vessier is forcing him wide there. He's getting his elbows out of the 2 Red Bull back teams there, but New Potato up into 6th position. Vessier down into 7th there, but he was not given an inch, was he? Magnificent stuff indeed then as we come out of La Source there, and coming down the hill once again. Dynamo Dan is now on the back of the, oh my word there. And Dynamo Dan, of course, he's in the championship, but he's not thinking about that at the moment. He wants to gain position there as the board underneath the cars are scraping off at the bottom of the corner at Eau Rouge. And lovely shot here then, but this is what I want to see then. And where is he then? Marsky is lost out to 3rd position on the outside. Mark Vessier, is he giving him an inch there? He's got a 3-second penalty. We've had some rubbish kangaroo angles there, haven't we? And TK's also in the ballpark as well in this one. Magnificent, absolutely incredible stuff indeed. TK now no, he's too far back at the moment into the part of the circuit, which I'm a bit rubbish at. But driver of the day nominations of Marsky and Dynamo Dan is Smithfield Mighties is Smithy Almighty's decision then, so we'll put that into the comments in just a jiffy as well. And so with 19 out of 22 here in this, we're back on board with TK. D-Mac leads the way. Second position is Itemizar. Jinner in third position. Fourth is Marsky. Fifth position is Brooksy. Sixth is New Potato. Seventh is Vessier. Dynamite down over 2 is Superb 8. Brooksy's got a 3-second penalty, unfortunately. Ninth position is TK. 10th is Echo at the moment, just outside the points. No, he isn't. He's in the points, isn't he? I'm just making up as I go along, aren't I? My word, fantastic stuff. I must say, I've been wrong about these soft tyres twice now in the matter of yellow flag. It's a yellow flag for someone who's won the McLaren. Oh, and I think that TK is again onto the back of, he went to the back of Vintage, so now he's gone into the back of Vessier. Donovan down there, where is he? He's staying out of this one in the motors there, come across the line, and TK is now going on the outside into last horse here. Marsky is on the inside. Is it Marsky? No, it's not. It's Vessier. I got the wrong outfit. Terry, he almost spun the car, and Vessier's alongside him. He's going to have this. He's going to slip in then. He will have DRS because of the detection zone. It's just on the outside of last horse as they fly past me up to Eau Rouge and Randy off down there. And who's that? Vintage is off the circuit and bus stop as well. And there is Echo in the background. And my word then is it is getting very fruitful here at the top of the hill then. Remember, Dynamo Dan has not got any penalties whilst drives around the path then. On that with 3 laps to go then. So Dynamo Dan and Echo could just back off slightly. And just as long as they keep within the penalty situation of the drivers in front, they should be okay. That is the driver situation. Vessier will not get any points at this stage of proceedings, I hazard a guess there. My goodness gracious me. What an incredible race this has been here. And I think that Smithy Almighty probably might not be my favourite, might not be my most popular fan if I say this, but I've enjoyed this race, I really have indeed. I'm not sure if Smithy Almighty, the head steward, is going to enjoy it too much, is he, after this one? It's been very action-packed indeed, hasn't it, to say the least. But has it been about drivers then just losing the car, or has it just been a bit of bumping and getting their elbows out in this one as well? I'd say it's a bit of both, to be honest, but I've absolutely enjoyed it. Best race of the season for me so far. I know it's once again all over Vessier. Vessier does have a 3-second penalty, but look, TK is trying to disappear on the road now. Vessier is really struggling to keep into that DRS zone now as he's got a 3-second penalty all the way down in 50th position. And McLaren at this moment in time, once again, not scoring points. And look at Vessier really struggling now. Donovan Dan has breezed through and up into a great 8th position, and now would turn into 7th, and now would turn into 6th, and that may even turn into 5th because of the penalties in front. So Donovan Dan could recover all the way back up into a very fine 5th position at this moment in time then. Good stuff indeed. Once again, this driver Dave Cole has been thrown out for you viewers here. Swift Almighty has been entertaining, thank goodness for that, because I thought that I was going to be in the doghouse. I normally am, to be honest, but I think on this occasion, I think it's just been a bit of just the circuit, isn't it? This circuit can really bite you if you go off and make a mistake. Dynamo Dan's got a 3-second penalty. That could be crucial in this championship campaign here. Jinner's got a 6-second penalty. That is going to knock him down to 4th position at the moment, and Ariel's made his way back up into 11th. Good stuff indeed then. We'll take a look and see who finishes where at the end of this one, but there's a lot of penalties. There's a lot of penalties in this one now, and it is going to really break the heart of a couple of drivers out of this one there. Brooksy, another great driver again there for Brooksy, but he has been involved in some shenanigans. Driver Davo is out on there. That yellow flag as when it's the McLaren at the back of the field of sloppy seconds, really struggling at this stage of proceedings. New Potato on those soft tyres is absolutely driving spectacularly. I thought that these soft tyres was going to fall off the cliff a while ago, but he has really put me in the shade, hasn't he? He's been fantastic, New Potato. It's just tickling these tyres to the end of the race. Magnificent stuff. The final lap of the Grand Prix, D-Mac on his second drive for the bronze. Second drive for bronze. He's going to take the Grand Prix win. He had a DNF in Abu Dhabi, but goodness me, he's come out with vengeance here, hasn't he? And done a great job indeed there. Itemizar, and oh no! Marsky is off the circuit. His great drive to potentially third position has come undone. And my goodness me, the AlphaTauri driver's heart is going to be plunged into his boots. And Echo is down into 9th position. Now Marski, who had one more tour. D-Mac! Oh my goodness me, D-Mac is off the circuit. This is absolutely, this is ridiculous. What is going on with these Formula 1 cars? And Jenner's going to have a go into a Puyol as well, but Jenner, and then he's through, you know, and he's up into 2nd position. Itemizer on his debut for the Aston Martin team there. This is his first ever race in Formula 1 in ALR. He's Boozer drive for the Aston Martin. He's in replace for Duncan Dave, who made his debut here a few years ago in ALR as well. But Itemizer, my goodness gracious me, what an incredible drive there for the debutant. Absolutely spectacular stuff indeed. I'm absolutely... Oh, and who's that off? That is off the circuit! Oh my goodness gracious me, the championship leader is going to score no points, and Itemizer on his debut for the Aston Martin, on his debut for ALR, wins the Belgian Grand Prix. What an incredible Grand Prix that was. Two drivers then who their first and second Grand Prix respectively have come first and second in this race there. On the final lap, Itemizer won the Belgian Grand Prix. An incredible race indeed then, with Jenner getting a major for this Diamond scraping a point in the end, but we didn't see what happened coming out of Stavolo. But Itemizer, what an incredible debut for this young man there. And my goodness me, surely he's going to remember this day. I certainly am going to remember this day. What an action-packed end to this incredible Belgian Grand Prix. This has easily been my favourite race of the season. Absolutely hands down. What an incredible race this has been for the drivers out there. Donovan Dan, oh, he bought it. He said he's bought it in there. That's his words, not mine. What a shame there for Donovan Dan. He only got a point here today after a very calm and calculated drive up into 10th position there for Donovan Dan. But he still leads the championship. But this has been a very difficult day indeed, hasn't it, for the championship leader. Ariel gets a driver of the day in this one. D-Mike, I am stupid. Yes, no, you're not stupid. But that is so unfortunate. On the last lap, coming into the corner with no name, he lost the car. We didn't see what happened on stream, did we? With so much action going on, but he was leading this race there. He was in control of the Grand Prix, but with less than half a lap to go, less than 4 kilometers to go in this race, he unfortunately had issues. He lost the lead of the Grand Prix, and Itemizer in his debut for ALR for bronze is spraying the winner's champagne here tonight there, and goodness me, absolutely incredible stuff there. Oh, it's D-Max tyres at 73% in the end then, which might have contributed to the issues he had. And yes, take a picture, Itemizer. You are a Grand Prix winner in ALR. Let's take a final look at this incredible race there. The final classification is like this: too good to miss. And it is Itemizer, his debut, his first race of his career in ALR, hopefully the first of many, takes a Grand Prix win. Second position is D-Mac, his second drive in bronze there, and he has had a great drive today, but unfortunately the tyre wear is just too much at the end, and he was struggling. Jenner, the closest championship rival to Donovan Dan in third. This is an important day for Jenner. He needed to score major points, and he did. Brooksy, great fourth position. TK in fifth position. Echo in sixth. Marsky 7th. Echo 8th. Vestier in 9th. Donovan Dan completing the top 10. New Patel 11th, Kaz in 12th, Vintage 13th, Swanshanks 14th, 15th is Sloppy 2nd. Retirement is Scuba Stew, Swanshanks, Billet, Hungry Stars, and Cirrus Mushroom all retired from this incredible Belgian Grand Prix. And I'm going to be sitting down now because, my goodness me, I think I've actually sprained something in that, and all I was doing was just talking about cars going around in a circle then. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed then. So we've got one driver in the Ganship Mountain. I think it's Gino who's going to be, I'm trying to weigh out whether he's going to be happy or not. He has outscored Dynamo Dan here today, hasn't he, by 14 points there, but I'm wondering if there's more on the table. Gino, welcome to the commentary booth. I was just weighing up whether you're happy or not about today's race. I would say it's a bit of both, isn't it?
I have my ups and downs, to be honest. It's one of them tracks. It's like you never know. Like if you just put a tiny bit too much acceleration in, you're gonna spin because you need the low downforce for the straights, but you also need that like little bit of back end so you can actually get through the second sector. But yeah, I can't believe I spun it on corner and then I got damaged at wing. I had to carry on, and yeah, it was just a nightmare, to be honest. But good recovery.
It was a very good recovery indeed. And you mentioned about how tricky this track was. This was an action-packed race as well. I think we had 3 safety cars in the end. Did those safety cars help or hinder you?
To be honest, the first day it helped me. I was like, well, it's going to help me hards, and it's like there's no point them trying to get the most out of their next tyre who was in front of me. So I was like, this is working out to my advantage. But then it was I span, and then to be fair, some of them helped me, some of them didn't. I were catching, and then there were safety car, and I was like, well, they still had to pit, and I'd have undercut them, and but it kind of worked out, to be honest. So I'm happy with that.
My goodness me, there's some sketchy and there's some sketchy moments to say the least. There, I was must admit grimacing when you guys going through all those fast quarters side by side. But my goodness me, just talking about the action. How difficult was it? Whoops, I've just dropped my controller. How difficult was it to keep up with what everyone else is going on the circuit today?
You never know where they're going to break, when they're going to turn, and it's like, to be honest, it's some people were turning under braking, it just didn't help at all. It's like I tried to avoid as much of it as possible, try and hang back and then take advantage of the other mishaps.
And then, of course, Dynamo Dan, he said he bottled it towards the end of that race, unfortunately. And you
I,
take
I was gonna say there was three of us there. There were my teammate and Dynamo, and I didn't know if there were contacts or out like that. To be sure.
I think he said that he bottled it, so he might be taking responsibility on that one. But in terms of the championship, then this was an important day, I feel, for you to try and eat back into Dynamo Dan's advantage. Then, do you think that this might be a turning point in the championship?
Hopefully, yeah. The next tracks that are coming, I'm familiar with. I like so. Hopefully, it's just continue a run, try and get on podiums, keep the consistency. Yeah, the time pens let me down today. To be honest, I could have had second.
But nevertheless, a great third position. Well done, Jenna. It's a fantastic drive. And let's come to, I think it was DMAC who just joined us in the party as well. DMAC, this is your first.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
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 Sorry, I interrupted you
Oh,
there.
no worries. And of course, this is your first drive in bronze this season, and you was leading it for majority of this race, but unfortunately, on the last lap, it kind of became an unraveled. But let's start on the positives first, I think, because
Mm.
what an incredible drive you've had there. Of course, you qualified third, I think, and then the race itself, you seem to be in firm control for most of it.
Yeah, qualified fourth, had a good little start, battled for positions, and there's a big pile up obviously at the start. At the to begin the race, I was kind of handed a good few positions. I think it was Jenna, TK, somebody else had an off. I think it was one of the Alpha Tauris decided just to go for a little trip to the gravel or in the wall. But yeah, so I felt very in control of the race. There was multiple safety cars which tried to mix up the race. I pitted with the first one. I think I made a big mistake not pitting for the second one. I feel like if I went onto fresh tyres for under the second safety car, because a lot of drivers pitted, I felt like under the second safety car. I feel like I could have had a better race overall. I'm devastated. As much as P2 is a good result, and I'd have taken it coming into the race, with the way it panned out, I can't help but feel like I've just thrown away a comfortable. I think the gap at the time was about 2.3 seconds. I was definitely managing my tyres towards the end, but I should be better than that. I should have got that one over the line. It was a struggle at times, but yeah, not my day.
Yeah, you mentioned about the tyre wear was at 73% towards the end. Then was that what contributed to your downfall after? I think it was at turn 8, wasn't it?
Yeah, just before No Name. Yeah, I'm watching the clip back now. I'm looking at my numbers. It's at 71%. I'm going into that corner. I think I'm looking down as I'm taking the corner, and just took a little bit too much throttle, and when your tyres are that done in, any little mistake's going to be have massive ramifications. And unfortunately for me, that's exactly what happened. I made that small error earlier in the race. If I make that on 20, 30, 40% tyres, it's just an easy little correction. But at that stage in the race, I shouldn't be making that mistake. It's good to be back racing with these guys. I had some fun little battles, especially at the start, overtaking guys after the safety car. There's some old faces that I've raced with many a time, so it's good to be back, and hopefully I can make up for today in future races.
Yeah, hopefully you can as well. Well done indeed, D-Mac, and well done to Jenna as well.
Thank
And
you.
also congratulations to Ita Weiser on his debut as well for winning the Belgian Grand Prix. And that's going to be it then for the championship races this week of gold, silver, and bronze. We'll be back in action for the league event tomorrow night, and it will be in Zandvoort then for round 14 of the championship. It's a preview to next week, of course, and as we will be we'll be at the Dutch Grand Prix for free, absolutely barnstorming race as well. Unfortunately, you have me tomorrow. Knowlesy is out and about then, touring London, isn't he? Of course, in his Skyvid, But nevertheless, he'll be back with us for silver. I'll see you tomorrow night though for 100% in Zandvoort. Goodbye.